Hello.
Hello.
So you just played for us here. It was amazing. It was very different from what we had last time and from what we had, I think. It was super nice. So now let's talk about you. First, introduce yourself, your DJ name, and maybe you can say also private or not, how you want. And where does the DJ name come from?
So my name is NEUWERTH, and my DJ name is my surname, NEUWERTH, because it comes like from a German word. It means something like new vision or something like that. So kind of feel like it fits my DJ vision or something like that. Yeah.
So it's German, but you are Czech.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
Amazing. And you're from Prague.
Yes, I am.
You've been here your whole life, so this is the scene that you know the most, right? Even if you travel.
I mean, I guess so. I wasn't really familiar with the rave scene up until, like I've said, 2020 when I started to listen to like breakcore and techno and stuff like that. So I'm kind of like, I think it's important to be involved in it, like go to the events or be a performer at these events.
Okay, that's true. So when you started, you were starting as a person who's enjoying the parties, or you started like already playing?
Firstly, I was just like casually going to the events, but at that time I started learning Ableton as well, program from producers, and so that kind of like spiked my interest even more and kind of gradually grew bigger and bigger.
And now you live here, but do you maybe would like to move to another city or another country to explore other scenes, or you want to see what's still like more to come in Prague?
Well, I think I love traveling, so I would like to travel a lot, like even more. But now I think it's probably important to push the scene in Prague because I think it has a lot of potential, but not the resources or the people, or not enough of the people.
So there's not enough of people who are like actually doing something, but you are very young and you already are going with crazy like tempo. Everybody's, I think, very impressed. And I wanted to ask, how did you feel? How did the scene welcome you? Because first of all, yeah, you're young. Second of all, do you feel like there is this ego or this inner circle in Prague techno community, and do you need to get into this like hierarchy, or was it like open, nice, and easy?
Well, I think that I kind of just do my own thing and I don't really think about if I'm like part of the scene or not. But like over the time, our events with Washek, Blood Circle, are like getting better and there are more people coming. So I think we are building something. And also, I think it's important, or I'm not yet in that kind of hierarchy, like you said, of the DJs that are like regularly playing all around Prague.
So you now mentioned the blood circles, and maybe you could tell me something more about that and your very often B2B friend. So tell me how it started and maybe where do you see it going?
Okay, so here's actually a quite funny story because, as you mentioned, my B2B partner, not Alex or Vashak, he's my neighbor, and I met him by accident because he knew one of my classmates who kind of told him about me, and then he messaged me because he was missing a one DJ for his like first or second Blood Circle event. So I just said, "Hell yeah, I got to do it." So I just came in, we got together, and at that time I didn't even know that we lived in the same house. Um, but then eventually we went to the DJ studio. We played together, just kind of like we got to know each other better and the music that we play. And on our ride home, I was like, "Oh, this was my stop. I'm going by." And he was like, "No, I'm leaving as well." And then I was like, "You're from here?" And then he pointed at my house and was like, "Nah, you gotta be kidding me." So this is how we met. And ever since, we are like kind of doing everything together, actually.
I saw this. It's very visible also on your social media, and Like even today he was here, you know. So, and how do you feel about this? Would you like to continue this B2B journey, or like now you played like alone? So where do you see it going? Do you want to be this duo, or do you want to move your separate way like Harry Styles?
Well, I want to develop myself more, but at the same time, I just want to keep or be keen on being in touch with him. Oh, I'm sorry. And just create stuff with him, because we've been producing a lot of tracks lately, and it's really good to have someone close to you who you can just talk about music, create it, and kind of expand our musical empire.
And for example, for today, did you prepare with him also together? Like, how does it usually go for you looking for music and preparing music? Do you like to do it with other people, or you're very single-minded and alone in the process?
Well, I think I'm kind of open-minded, but for this set specifically, I knew that I need to choose some of the music that I really like, but don't usually play on like Blood Circle or other events. And I mean, I like to discuss it, but for today's set, I wanted to be more of a
Only you.
not necessarily, but like a surprise.
Now we're gonna do a surprise thing for you in the interview. We're gonna do a little ASMR and you're gonna try the food. So come here with me. We go for a walk. Choo, choo, choo.
Good pickle.
This is the stuff you play. How was the food?
Great.
So that's amazing. Today we had also cooking show. We had a hairstylist, Dionysus, come and show the cameraman, as always, Dionysus. Very good. Okay, you show. Amazing. Okay, now my question is about, I asked you about the blood circles and where is it going, but now I'm asking you about like a party that you would like to play at, or maybe a party that you would like to create to play at the party. So yes, answer the question.
Okay, so I guess the parties that we create, we just have to make them bigger and at like different venues, because now we are doing them only at Centrala, but I think it is like time to expand to other clubs or other venues. And the party I would like to play in is probably like some really big crazy festival like Verknipt. That would be insane. Like every time I see all the production, all the people and all the visuals, it's just mind blowing. So I would love to play there.
That's really interesting. I think now there's a lot of this weird stuff talked about festivals. Not weird stuff, but like there's a lot of contrast opinions. And we talked about this with Tundra actually. So go check Tundra interview to see what is he thinking about festivals versus underground. But this is amazing advertisement. But so okay, you would like to play at a festival, and what do you think about people often talking like outside of techno community that what's happening at those festivals, it's not so much about the music, it's more about taking drugs and getting fucked up all the time?
Well, I think people are getting fucked up everywhere at like all the festivals, actually. And I know, not here, yeah, for sure, not here. But I think that the drugs and all of that, it's like in like every festival. Yeah, actually, when you go to like hip hop big festivals, or I wouldn't be surprised if people like took cocaine and then go to the opera, but like I think it's definitely happening somewhere. My view of this is that it's everyone's like their own what's the word, responsibility. Thank you. Yeah, that's the word I've been looking for.
What do you think about people saying that it's specifically like techno people who are going there not to enjoy it, but like, yeah, to take the drugs? Like, do you think it's true?
To a certain extent, yes, but I think it's kind of happening everywhere as well.
Okay. And now there's this like stigma, or I don't know how it's called. What do you think about promoting techno and promoting this community to go mainstream on TikTok?
Well, I think it has its own positives and negatives. I think that there's more people involved, which is a generally good thing, and also more money for the events or the artists or producers or just everyone. But at the same time, of course, there's like a part of people who are kind of like pretentious and go there only for like making the videos all the time and something like that. Which I mean, I don't really care about it that much. I'm just everywhere for the music, and I think that's just what's most important, the music.
That is very true. That's very good. And you also, before recording today's set, we asked you about the outfits that you, because every time it's, special, everything is prepared for you guys. Outfits, everything. So you said you didn't want us to look like in a funeral. And I think that's such a good point that usually people think they're connecting techno to being like fully black and just like mysterious and like looking super angry and. So how do you see this, like, because your music, like, even on the Instagram, is very hard. So how do you see this like connection between the audience and the music, and how would you like it to be, maybe?
I mean, I think it's like everyone should wear anything they want for sure, but uh, but I mean, I think it's not really that important to me what everyone is wearing. But I agree, some people sometimes take it like too far. That for me, it just doesn't make a lot of sense to go on a rave with like crazy outfit with like just
That's not comfortable.
yeah, exactly. I feel like it's not comfy, and that's like the most important thing to me when I go to a dance event in general.
That's a very nice answer, thank you. And now let's go back to the music. So we know what you play, we can listen to it everywhere. But what do you listen to when you're alone? Do you have some guilty pleasure music that's like that you're embarrassed of, like, I don't know, Hannah Montana or something like that?
I mean, Hannah Montana is good, but I don't necessarily listen to it. I mean, I'm kind of like, seriously, I'm kind of addicted to hard techno. Like, just I'm listening to it over and over again. But I have like wide range of music that I like. I like jungle, breakbeat, breakcore, and just also atmospheric music as well. Just yeah, a lot of music, but most of the time I listen to just techno over and over again.
Okay, that's nice. We have one last question for you. So you started not super long ago, and also, again, you're very young. How old are you?
19.
So for all of you who want to start, this is your inspiration. So actually, two last questions. First, did you have like a person you were looking up to when you started, and did this person change? Do you have a new inspiration, or you were just always like, no, fuck inspirations, I'm the god, like I can do it by myself?
Well, I think a huge inspiration for me is my dad, because he is a producer as well. Even though I don't really listen to his band or the music he makes, but he's like well experienced and he's just really good. So he's one of my inspirations. And also for like the past 2 years, my biggest inspiration in techno was a producer and DJ named Shlomo. I think he's like his skills and also his wide range of music that he's DJing and playing is just he's incredible.
That's nice. Everybody is now checking it out after the interview, of course. So now the last question: what would you say is the most important thing in your mindset, and what should you focus on when you're starting and want to get into, playing on big events and like being good? What's the most important thing in your head?
Mm, have fun and trying to be better and better.
And fuck what everybody's thinking. Let's eat a pickle. Come on.
Techno calling.